In this episode of Gear Review, I'm talking about this, and inside of this pouch is the Cinepacks Clear Streak filter. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, what is a Clear Streak filter and why would you care to have one? Well, the Clear Streak filter, as you can see here, is just a filter that screws onto the front of your camera lens that is going to give you specific camera effects. So this specific filter is going to give you horizontal lines across your frame, and these are seen to be more cinematic. Now, the true way of capturing horizontal lines or lens flares on your image is to shoot your video using an anamorphic lens. But the problem is shooting anamorphic can be really expensive. Even the cheapest lenses are a few £1,000s, and these lenses go all the way up to house deposit money, which is crazy and super out of reach for most people. So this is where this comes into play. Now, this filter isn't expensive at all, and it's going to give you some really great results. Now, of course, it's not trying to emulate that anamorphic style. Anamorphic goes much further than just nice lens flares. You also have the shape of the bokeh in the background and the characteristics of the image, but that's not what this does. This is basically just capturing the light and making it spread across your image, and that creates a nice effect. Now, of course, not every project is going to be perfect for this streak filter. You're not going to do an interview with the streaks streaming across your image because it would just be distracting and off-putting and it just won't look very nice. But in the right environment, this can actually really help. So maybe you're shooting a music video, for example. Just pop this onto your camera lens and you're going to find some really interesting effects and things happen in your image. Now, in this example, you can see I've got these 4 lights behind me, and personally, I feel like combining these 4 lights with the Clear Streak filter is going to be a bit intense. I'll show you what I mean. So this is without, and this is with. At the moment, you can see you've got these horizontal lines running across the image, and it does look cool, but the problem is because these are 4 intense lights in the background, it's sort of becoming a bit much. I feel like this filter works really well when it's used subtly. So maybe you've only got 1 backlight, or maybe there's only just a few smaller lights in the frame. I think that would look really nice. Now, the really cool thing with this filter though, is it actually has this thread that you can spin. So you don't actually have to have horizontal lines. You can have them at an angle, you can have them vertically. Now, it's completely up to you, but you can shape these lights and these lighting effects completely up to your taste. Now, this specific filter is a 77mm thread, and that just means it's going to screw onto my Canon 24 to 105mm lens, but they do offer alternative sizes and stop down rings if you are interested in using this on a different lens. Now, this streak works perfectly with my main cam, my A cam, because it has a 77mm thread at the lens. But my B cam, this camera over here, I'm shooting on a 50mm lens. It's much smaller, and I believe the thread is only somewhere around 58, so it wouldn't actually fit. But getting some stop down rings for this would enable me to use this on this lens as well. Now, like I mentioned before, the Clear Streak filter is not intended to be used on every single video shoot. This is a very stylized and very specific look. And I also talked about this on the previous Cinepacks video when I talked about the crystal kits where you get these really nice lens effects. It's a very specific effect, and most projects that you're going to do are not going to call for it. But when you've got that really creative shoot and you want to go for something a little bit more creative and you want something that's going to take it to the next level, the Clear Streak filter is a great choice. So if you're interested in picking one of these things up, then just go ahead and click the link in the description below, and that will take you to the Cinepacks website. Now, just a heads up, this is an affiliate link for me, so this will give me a kickback if you decide to purchase one. Just a disclaimer. Of course, though, if you don't want one of these, they are very specific, very stylized. Totally get it. Now, truth be told, I've only actually used this on 3 music video projects since I've owned it, and I've owned it for 3 months, but it has come in really handy. Like I said, you can get some really interesting results from this, and it does allow you to unlock another level of creativity, but every project isn't going to need this. It's a very specific and very stylized item. And there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Cinepacks Clear Streak filter. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate your support, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. See you there.